Hi guys, this is part 4. Alright, let's go. Lucas bring us a few glasses of water and sit down. I would ask why he only has water when he just came back from the grocery store. But he probably has other uses for his money. It's art, not porn. Okay. So, have you guys decided what you want to do? We can always take turns beating Mark in that new fighting game. Sounds like a pain. No, sounds like a plan. Don't I get a say in any of this? It's been a while. I remember when Rin and I used to come over here all the time, doing nothing but sitting around and chatting over some video games. It's strange, but part of me feels like those days have vanished. Are they forever gone? They couldn't be. But even if we're doing the same old things, I can't help but glance out the window from time to time. Mostly when my chest tightens. Ah, Mark, you're blushing. I'm not. Right. 3 years ago. It's alright, I'm not teasing you. Well, maybe just a little. It's strange, I was different back then, but she's hardly changed at all. Cut it out already, I'm not in the mood. Of course, you'd say that. Maybe so, but that doesn't make it any less true. Don't you have anything to do? Not really, unless you count homework. You've been on the computer all day, haven't you? I noticed you didn't end that sentence with a question mark. But school is boring. Besides, it's not like you're doing any other than mopping around. I told you I'm not. Expression stops me in my tracks. I'm going upstairs, leave me alone. Fine. I'll just bother you again tomorrow. I turn to leave, but I feel her eyes on my back. I walk away. That was me. It was surreal. Was that really how I felt back then? It all seems to have faded over time. Or maybe I just got numb. But that's no excuse to have ignored her like that. I'm sure she knows. She's not that dense. Someday I owe her a nice long talk. I want her to know that I care about her. I don't care about you anymore, Mark. Wow. Did I win? You won. Huh? Who'd have thought? Girl, just you wait. I'll have my revenge next time. You say that every time. Fine then. Again, I'll try again. Sigh. We're going to be here for a while, aren't we? By the time we left, our final score was 72 for her. Oni-chan, stop thinking so much. It's bad for your complexion. What? Oh, I guess we're already on the train. Complexion aside, yeah, I guess you're right. Right about what? The fact that you should stop thinking about Lillian? How can you say that with a straight face? Years of practice. Anyways, that's not what I was thinking about. I see, then you were thinking of a way to admit to Lucas that you want to borrow one of his games. Let's just say that I have a lot to think about lately. I think that's sufficiently vague and truthful. Yeah, figures. Her voice trails off as she sinks into the background. If that doesn't say out of character, I don't know what does. You okay, Rin? Of course, I'm fine. You're the one who I was worried about. Did you just say you were no worried? You're not actually mad, are you? Of course I'm mad. Doesn't the popped away make this obvious? Sorry. It's just so rare that it gets a chance to tease you. It doesn't count as teasing when you're cheating. How exactly am I cheating? I haven't figured that out yet. Seriously, I tried to mess with you by snapping you out of your daydream, and this is what I get. Not bad, I admit that was a good play. Wait, so this was all planned to mess with my head? I wasn't actually worried about you or anything. I just didn't want you to fall asleep on some poor girl's shoulder. I guess I shouldn't remind her that I'm standing, not sitting. That aside, what made you think there was a reason to be worried? Well, you've been zoning out a lot lately, and you were gazing out of the window like an actor in a soap opera, and you've been distant lately. That's all. Perceptive. Sorry, she is sharp. No, it's no big deal. You have your own life, and I know that there are things you wouldn't tell me about. Don't say it like that. It won't be long, alright? There's something I need to sort out. That's all. The train screeches to a halt at our destination. Rin grins as she pulls Lucas off his gaming device, but I can tell it's a thin coat of paint. It's uncomfortably cold. Not bitterly cold, but uncomfortably. Just cold enough to make you wish you bought gloves when your breath is barely visible. It's late fall equivalent of those drizzly days when you can't quite decide if it's worth taking out your umbrella. It's nostalgic. I pace back and forth to clear my mind, but it doesn't work. It's been years since I've seen him. Years. I should be excited, but something feels off. Gosh, it's cold, Myra. I'm not sure what I was expecting. Was he supposed to be the star of a football team? An emotional wreck? Just another guy? There is no way he's forgotten everything that happened. I was struck with the strangest feeling when I talked to him the other day. He was mesmerized, of course, but his eyes were empty. It was like staring through frosted glass, virtually opaque. But I can't lose focus yet. I just wish I could shake the feeling that he isn't who he used to be. I guess 3 years is a long time. Mark, look, we're finally here. Where are we going again? What? Feel free to browse, everyone. New customers are always appreciated. Nipa, love. Yes, you'll be amazed. We have an endless amount of products. It's time. The golden land awaits us. Just so I'm clear, this is a store, right? Well, yes. Okay, just checking. Well then, I don't really want to ditch them, but when I consider the possibility of what's behind those doors, going with them. Stay far away. I'll just go in with them. Alright, I'll bite the bucket, kick common sense to the curb, and what have you. I'm going in. I think I've heard Lucas mention that game. Maybe they're lining up for pre-orders. As I wandered to the back of the store in search of whatever Rin and Lucas vanished to, I stumbled upon bits and pieces of conversation. I'm telling you, it's gonna be awesome. Pre-orders are going up next week. I hear the TV station site has an exquisite pillow cover too. Huh? I even know a guy who can get it across the border for you. I'm out of here. A gust of cold breeze strikes my cheek. The hell is that? I look up and I find myself outside. Daydreams are a powerful thing. Okay, what now? The air cools my lung with every breath, but it's refreshing in its own way. It isn't too late yet, but the sun is already starting to set. Refreshed, I decide to take the scenic road back to the mall entrance. Did I just catch a glimpse of a UFO? Bigfoot? Oh no, seriously, sorry. It's just daydream Lillian. Oh, hey Mark. Strange to see you out on Saturday. Shopping with Rin, I suppose. She blurts out a barrage of words. I might regret asking this, but what were you thinking about just now? Nothing you need to worry about. She tries to glare angrily at me, but I can't quite say that it's working. I wouldn't happen to have much to do with that shopping bag on the bench next to you. Of course not. Anyway, what are you doing out here? This isn't exactly weather for lounging. It's not weather for strolling either. You are as sharp as ever. Me? Sharp? I'm not like this around everyone. Awkward. What? Is there something on my face? Well, no, it's just that sound more coherent in my head. See? I'm only sharp around my slow-witted friends. I wouldn't go out of my way to slow-witted. So that's what she meant. Sorry, I didn't mean... I laughed. A resigned laugh. It's alright, don't worry about it. I know you weren't implying anything. You're right, sorry. I don't need to apologize. You don't need to sigh. It's futile. Anyways, let's go for a walk. Shall we? Sure. I'm just about fully rested. Right, let's go. I look away unconsciously as my stomach flips itself over. Brr, I can't believe I said that for so long. It's cold. Yeah, it is. Rin and I almost died this morning. What? It's nothing you need to worry about. I guess some stories are better left untold. Though that reminds me, my head seems to have stopped hurting. We can go inside if you want. I'm sure they'll be able to find us. Right, it's alright. Besides, it's a nice day, don't you think? Yeah, I get this. I guess it is. I fidget with whatever I can find in my pocket. You are nervous, aren't you? How are things going with the library committee? Oh, we haven't had anything much to do for a while. Things are winding down for the holidays. And I suppose you have no need to worry about the midterms. Well, I usually spend about an hour a day studying, so there's no need to worry about tests. Schoolwork is easy once you study regularly. I know what she's going to say before she even said it. Shouldn't you be worried about your test, Mark? I'll get through it somehow. Wait, let me explain. You see, some people are born hardworking and others aren't. I happen to fall into the later category. That's your explanation? She shouts and hit me on the head. Wow, literally. You know, if you don't work hard now, you'll never be able to get into a good university. And if you don't do that, you'll never get a good job. And you never make good money. Doesn't this bother you even a little? Well, I guess you could say that it bothers me a little. It doesn't really bother me at all. You're doing badly enough as it is. What would happen if I weren't here to keep you on your toes like this? I'd probably be sleeping on the roof at school and playing video games at home, actually. You'd probably sneak onto the roof at school to snap on your class away and waste your time at home on games. That's what you'd be doing. Okay, you got me. Good. Honestly, you'd be helpless without me. Then I suppose it's a good thing that I have you around. Ah. Silence. The crowd, the traffic, the constant droning of nature all disappear. You're right, this really is a good thing. But if you seriously want to repay me, all you have to do is take care of yourself. Right. I take in a sharp breath of cold air, just what I need to cool my cheeks. You should come over. That invitation, anytime this week is fine. You can come over and I'll help you review. Oh, sure. That would help. That's fine with you, right? Yeah. My voice vanishes in a puff of condensation as the sun strikes my eyes. And what's that? Oh. Was it Lillian? Hang on. I shouldn't lie to you. I'm not only asking you over to study. I open my mouth but nothing comes out. It's just like it was with Myra. Constraining, suffocating, drizzling. There's something that I need to tell you. You don't mind, right? No, I mean, or maybe I shouldn't. It'll make things more complicated and it's okay. I'll listen. It must be a confession. And she says, I squint in the sunset. I hear silently, are you sure? Won't this be a burden on you? Am I making the right choice? Are you sure you're ready to face your past? But in the end, it's probably just the sound of my own monologue. Thank you, Mark. Is that what she wants to say? Her words turn into condensation before I can hear them. I think I might really need your help. I'll protect you no matter what. That line crosses my mind, but of course I could never bring myself to say it. I'll do what I can to help. As if it were all nothing more than a daydream, she steps toward me and the world starts spinning again. I'm still not sure what I'll do, but I appreciate if you could come over. Even if it's only as a favor. Don't worry about it. Besides, I always owe you favors, don't I? And she's gone. I mentally whine about the weather as my feet kicked at the frozen dirt. Nothing happened, nothing at all. I talked to a friend about schoolwork and she invited me over to study and... Heartbeat. Thump. Why? Why her? Why not her? Ouch. A bruise materialized on one of my knuckles after I punched the bench. Unsurprisingly, screw it! This is a waste of time. I tried to push myself off the bench. But, leaving already? That voice. I should be surprised, but somehow it feels like the most natural thing in the world. It's Myra. What are you doing here? I could ask the same of you, but I won't. So let's drop the subject. Her smile is a few times more soothing than a punch to the bench. Good way to compare. Actually, now that she's here, maybe I can get some more information out of her. You know, Myra, I forgot to ask. It's a nice evening, don't you think? The weather again. I guess I can't deny that. I'm glad you agree. Shall we go for a walk? Well played, Mara. You are good at changing the subject. But you're not teleporting out of here this time. So, have you read any good books lately? I wonder why she didn't seem this cheerful when we first met. Sorry to change the subject, but are we lost? We end up wandering around the park after we left, but the trees seem to have closed in around us. Now that you mention it, you've got to be kidding me. So have you read any books lately? You've got to be kidding me. Kin? You mean you didn't like anything that come out last month? She can't be that dense, can she? No, I'm not really into modern literature. Ah, so you prefer the classic then? She beams at me innocently. I almost let out a sigh. No, I meant I'm not into reading in general. Sorry. What about movies? Movies work too. Well, let's see. There was that horror movie with the zombies. What was it called again? That's not very specific. Oh, I saw one with the Spartan. That was pretty cool. She lifts her foot as if to kick me into an abyss. Well, if you are ever bored, you can borrow books or even movies from me anytime. My father pretty much has an entire library in our basement. Oh, that's right. So, you're interested? More importantly, your father. You're interested in my father? No, not that. I mean, your father, who is he? She looks a little uncomfortable. Well, I suppose I'm partly to blame for that. Are you stalking me, Mark? Hot meat kettle. Okay, wait, let me start over. What I'm getting at is, what's your family like? Okay, I think I'll stop here, guys. Okay, thanks for watching. We will continue with the next part.